Good morning. It's time for day 3 of New York. I'm back at Moynihan Train Hall because I have a train this morning at 6:50 a.m. I'm early. I wanted to give myself a nice buffer, so it's only 6:25 about. So I'm very early, but better early than late. And my track isn't even listed yet for my train, so I'll just have to wait around, probably get some coffee, explore the train hall a little bit more, and then it'll be time to catch my train to Mystic. Have seen the movie Mystic Pizza. This is that town. The pizza place is actually still there. It's real. I just had a slice of pizza there and it was incredible. I had heard mixed things, that the pizza wasn't that great. There were other places in town that were better. I loved it. I thought it was great. And look at the beautiful water. What a cute little, shipping town. I'm sure now that's not their major business, but back in the day. And it is about 52 degrees, sunny. This is perfect. I really couldn't ask for a better day trip out of New York City. Okay, it's after 9 o'clock. I am back, settled in for the night. I'm very tired. Quick recap, I got up, I took the train out to Mystic. I spent about 5.5 hours, and I had meant to take the train an hour later than I did, but I was done with what I wanted to do, and so I actually hopped on an earlier train. So I did a bakery, an independent bookstore that I found. I went to Mystic Pizza and got my slice of pizza. It was wonderful. And actually that croissant that I had at the bakery is the best croissant I've had in my life, like better than when I was in France. It's so, so good. The bakery is called Sift. So if you go to Mystic, make sure you stop there. I feel like I'm forgetting something on that side of the river. Oh, I went into a tea shop. I love tea as well as coffee. So I bought a bunch of tea that they had there. I think I got four bags. So I have that, and so I am bringing that home. And then I took a lift because it's quite a ways to go to Old Mystic Village from there, over 2 miles, and there's no way I was going to walk it, and a lot of it's uphill, so that wasn't going to happen. So I went up there, and it's very kitschy, very touristy, which I didn't expect. The tea shop up there that is themed like Alice in Wonderland, it's very cute, and I loved walking around and taking photos, but I didn't get anything in there. I thought I would, but I didn't. I went to the Christmas store to honor my friend who passed away, because our thing was that if I traveled without her, I would get a Christmas ornament and bring it home for her. So I decided I'm still going to get one, and I'll just keep it. So I did that. Walked around a lot. Got a couple of other things, like nothing major. It was more just to walk around it and see what they had. So it's definitely just a day trip kind of place, and really like a half a day. So if you're going to take a car and not be sort of at the mercy of the train schedule, you could do it easily. And that's why I came back early. So the other interesting story I have to tell you is, oh boy, this has been the trip of cockroaches. New York City is known for rats and cockroaches, and normally I see rats just on the sidewalk, or most often in the subway. You can see them down on the tracks. I haven't seen any this trip, knock on wood. However, I've seen cockroaches, which I hate equally. When I was with my friend at the St. Paul's Chapel on the Columbia campus, I went into their basement bathroom, and sure enough, there was one sharing the stall with me. He was somewhat little, he was in the corner, he wasn't bothering me, and I was like, you know what, I'm just doing my business, and I'm getting out of here. So he survived, and I went on my way. But when I came back tonight after the train to drop my stuff before going out to dinner, I opened my door, and there was a huge one right in the middle of my floor, like the biggest one I've ever seen. And I know it's New York. I knew in a basement room to be on the lookout. Didn't have a problem till today, but I immediately put a bag over my shoe, a plastic bag that I had on hand, and I killed that sucker. And then I went to the office and I said, you will move me to one of the other buildings, and I need to be at least 2 floors up because I'm not going to have that, and I won't sleep. So I'm in a different room. So when I show you all of these scrap things that I have picked up along the way and things that I bought, I'm going to spread them out on the bed here, and it will look different because it's a different bedspread, because I'm in a different room. For the scrapping stuff, these items are from the Historical Society. This actually says membership, but I like this part right here. This insert, I may tear that off and scrap that, so I have it. And then this is all stuff from Columbia. So I found these vinyl stickers here. I took a lot of pictures there, so I figured I could make use of 2. That shouldn't be a problem. And then here's the brochure from St. Paul's Chapel. So this was the cockroach bathroom in their basement. And when I say all this, don't let this deter you from coming to New York if you've never been. But it is a fact of life in this city with so many people and all the restaurants and just, you know, garbage on the street and stuff. It's what happens. And then at the Columbia bookstore, when they were wrapping up my stuff, this happened. So they double bagged for me. They let me keep this one, and they double bagged. So I actually have 2 of these, and I may cut this out and scrap it. It's kind of cool. And then this was your sticker to show you paid at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. I didn't have anywhere else to put it at the time, so I just stuck it on there thinking I could cut it out right around the edge if I still want to use it. So I have that. And then these are also from St. John the Divine. This is actually a tattoo. I don't know that this would work like as a rub-on on paper, but I'm willing to try it. And it was, I don't know, what does it say on here? It was cheap though. It wasn't that expensive. So I was like, sure, I'll buy that and give it a whirl. And then I bought this postcard, and then in my bag, they threw this in there. And I'm like, Well, why didn't you tell me ahead of time that you had this sticker you were going to go throw in there? Because then I wouldn't have needed to buy this, but whatever. I think this was $1, so it's fine. And then this is from Mystic. This was in a store called The Cloak and Wand, and it was all like Harry Potter, fantasy type things, Lord of the Rings, Stranger Things, Hocus Pocus, that kind of stuff in there. And so I bought a Hogwarts crest sticker for myself, a Ravenclaw sticker for my daughter. They just threw this in my bag because they also brew potions there. I didn't do it, but they just put this in my bag for me, which is awesome. I totally want to use that. And then I also bought this for my daughter because she loves chocolate. I'm not a huge chocolate person, but she likes it, and it's butterbeer, and she wanted to try it. In Mystic in the Bookshop, I actually bought a book, so I have that kind of a souvenir. And then I have these stickers that I got as well. And then these are the cards from when we went to Drunk Shakespeare. They serve as your tickets, and my friend let me keep both of them, so I have them. And then last but not least, I have all the teas I bought in Mystic. And then they had this at the visitor center. And I don't know that I'll really need it for anything, but I chose to take it. If it ends up not being used, fine, but maybe I'll find a use for it. But that is all I have here of all the stuff that I've gathered, plus a ton of receipts, of course, but those are already put away. But hopefully that gives you a nice recap of all of the things I picked up that I might be able to scrap, plus just some fun souvenirs. And with that, I think this is the end of my travel stuff because I fly home tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Doesn't leave me much time in the morning. So I think that's it. So on night 3, good night from New York.